Is Orefadiro, and this is challenging the status quo. And for those that have been following me for some time, both on here and YouTube, you know what I stand for. I stand for quality. I stand for content. I stand for moral. I just, started thinking to myself, because I actually took a break from reviewing movies. What else can I do to make this change, happen? So I just decided I was going to start a series where I will bring on those that we have seen and are proven or have been proven, to be different in their own right. The guest is here. Drum roll. So we're going to start on time. And I'm actually going to put on my timer. My brother is here. Okay, good evening.
Good evening. How are you, man?
I'm good. And you?
Very well, thank you.
COVID-19 is changing our plans. Like, I was actually really looking forward to seeing you this spring or summer, but we hope it's for the best. God knows best.
It's actually going to be for the best.
Okay, guys, without further ado, this is challenging the status quo. Drum roll for our guest, everybody. His name is Adetola Lateef Adedimeji. He's a man of many parts. And because we are going to be, quite on time, I'm not going to say too much. But we all know him. Like, he's not a newbie. We know him, right? So I'll just let him introduce himself briefly, and then we'll dive into our questions. Over to you.
My name is Lateef Adedimeji Adetola. And my Oriki is Ajani, so you can call me Ajani as well. So I'm an actor. I try to be a motivational speaker. I am not, but I'm a dancer. I sing. I am just Lateef, so basically.
Oh, wow. So I don't know if you guys can hear his music. Let me increase it a little bit, so we just hear it a little bit, because I'm falling in love with that track. I actually asked him for a soundtrack, but I haven't gotten it. But let's listen to the song just a little bit. So the newest side of our guest, or my guest for today, is being a recording artist or being a musician. How cool is that? So, I know you went to Olabisi Onabanjo University, and then you studied mass communication. So, may I ask, like, when you were in mass communication, did you actually go in there because you felt you would end up in the Nollywood industry, or you actually had something else in mind?
Right. I had a background check in theater already. Like, the NGO that trained me and molded me into being an actor is more of a non-governmental organization. So I spent close to roughly 5 to 6 years with them. So it's more like me having a degree already in performing arts. So why would I go to the university again to waste another 4 years trying to study the things I know already? So I decided to go for something that has the beat of theater in it, because communication is all encompassing. It has all of things. To study mass communication is a deliberate thing I want to do. So going in for it, and I'm coming out because I know that there will be a point in time that I might just need to sit and do not do a lot of acting again. Because what I have noticed about it is that actors can actually wear off. But broadcasters stand the test of time most of the time. You know why? Because even if the broadcaster is no more, somebody else can actually pick the program up and continue the program. And that name of the program can stand for as long as the person wants. So I had to go for mass communication, because when I was with my organization, because at the time I was with my NGO, I was actually going through the background check of presenting on radio, because my own NGO that trained me that molded me into being an actor also linked me up to another NGO, a youth-based NGO that is basically about radio, African Radio Drama Association, which is headed by Auntie Data Fido. So she was actually the one that moved me into broadcast world. Then I had to present on Radio Lagos for like a year and then become a radio drama actor. At the same time, write script for radio dramas because basically they are also into sexuality issues, but basically on radio. And then their sponsors, WHO, USAID, and all of that. So that's how I get all of these thoughts before I go into the university. I have a background check, so I know how to weigh them well, and I choose to go for something that has a bit of theater in it. So I have to go for mass communication.
Awesome. So, I feel, or I think I heard you on one of your interviews where you mentioned Kudi Klepto as being the first movie that you starred in. Okay, before I go into that, like, did you kind of like practice anywhere else? Like, did you have stage plays? Did you engage or participated in any auditions even before coming on to Kudi Klepto?
Of course. Kudi Klepto wasn't the first movie that I starred in. Kudi Klepto was the movie that brought me to limelight. Was the movie that
brought you to limelight? Okay.
You know, that catapulted me to limelight. So all the while, my organization that trained me, Community Life Project, that trained me for like 6 years, when I left them and I got into the university, I replicated their model. I decided to have my own troupe and have people in my troupe that I train how to act, dance, sing, and take them through the 18 topics that I also go through with my own organization, basically to become a peer educator and a counselor on different sexual diseases or issues that have to do with young people, youth generally. So I replicated their model, and that was why I had to even build up my own NGO as well, the Great Minds Initiative. Basically, I have a lot of youth under me as well. And this is me replicating the model of people that trained me to be an actor. And then it was after all of that, when I finished the university, while I was in the university, I've been doing movies as well. Like that. So when I finished school, I now had to go and join the Yoruba movie industry.
Stop right there. Why did you choose the Yoruba movie industry? Why? Why were you being specific?
Yeah, we need to be specific until we're able to prove it right. We have to be specific. Because for me, I think those are the people that are close enough to me at that time. Those are the people that are close enough to me. So you need to start from a place. So you starting from a place and exploring it and then opening the brand to every other space is not a bad idea. So that's why I had to mention it that way. So
talking about expanding.
Right.
I know you're not there yet, but we're already seeing some fruits or some evidences. Talking about the adverts placement for Airtel and all that. It's quite encouraging, for younger and aspiring would-be actors and actresses to see that there are actually some people out there who are not putting all their eggs in one basket.
That's it.
Can you tell us a little bit how, the courage, just tell us a little bit about the courage to explore those other areas?
Okay, basically it's because one thing is for you to want to do something, then another thing is for you to look at the space you want to occupy in that thing you want to do. Because there are a lot of people on that same field. But how do you want to occupy your own space? That's one thing you need to have been able to put a thought to, answer it yourself, get a clear clarification of it before you venture into it. So I was able to do that before venturing into it. Because I know, I have my background check of the Yoruba industry. I have my background check of the English industry. So I know there is no English industry, there's no Yoruba industry. But let's just split it that way first.
Sector.
Yes, sector. So before we say it's all the same, it is one movie.
Yeah,
industry,
Nollywood, yeah.
Different sector, Nollywood at the same time. So I have
Yoruba sector, English sector.
I have my background check, of this. So now I decided to see where can I start first that will give me a leverage before I can now decide to pick on another thing and see if the leverage I carry from here can actually move a bit of me and give me not too much of a hard space. It's going to be hard though, but not too much of a hard space to venture and get in and break into that other field. Is my reason for starting from the Yoruba scratch, and then build it up like that, and then decided to go into the English world. And then I started the practice even because I don't speak a very good English, but at the same time, even when I do Yoruba movies, I try as much as possible to speak English in Yoruba movies. Why? It's because I have somewhere I'm going from every minute. I have somewhere I'm going. I have that thing at the back of my head. So I have it. So at a point in time, I was being referred to as Yoruba film. At that mention of that sentence, I knew I've been able to achieve that aim I was looking for at first. Then with the so the different stuff were practically measured to drop it at one point or the other and make sure that the comments you want was achieved. And then after all of it, you can now make them all together and carry them to where you're going. You know, and
awesome. So overall, it's just a strategy. You have a strategy. Let's move on to the next question. Officially, what year can you say you actually started in the industry?
I would say I started officially in 2006. But I produced my first movie in 2007. My first movie ever that I produced myself was 2007.
Which one was that?
Osheregi.
Really? So you won some awards in 2015, 2016, one of which was Most Promising Actor of the Year.
Okay.
How did you feel? And from there, how has that affected the way you present yourself in the industry and what you aim for?
Basically, to me, awards doesn't really... Whenever I'm being called or I receive an award, to me, it's more like another challenge. It's more like another obstacle right in my front for me to quench it again and then move to the next level. So for me, every award is more like, hey, when take another motivation to get better, take another motivation to do better, because you are as best as your last performance. If you do well yesterday and today you came to fuck up, nobody will refer to your yesterday anymore. They want to see a new thing happening to you all of the time. So when I receive an award, I'm always very happy because thank you, motivation. Then it breaks me in like 10, 15 minutes. At every award that I receive, I break down in 10, 15 minutes to think again and be like, can you be able to receive another one? How sure are you that you'll be able to receive another one? So award to me is more like a motivation. Award to me is more like a challenge to want to get better and to want to keep doing my best. Whether I not get the award or not, improve is the watchword for me.
So let me ask you this, because I know there are a lot of people there that keep saying, I want to become an actor, I want to become an actress, I want to become an actor. Can you tell them or tell us what that journey really looks like?
It's really a tough journey, a very tough journey. It's not a journey that you're going to dabble into without being sure. Because I always ask them questions. You want to be, okay, you have a talent, put it down and write it down somewhere that it goes beyond talent. Talent will not keep you there all the way. It goes beyond talent. What extra effort are you putting into that talent? That is exactly what will make you stand the test of time. Now, talent can actually just be one stagnant thing, and the situation changes. If you stick to that stagnant thing, how do you hope to be relevant with the situation of things that happens? So that is why it goes beyond talent, because it's another thing to have a talent, is another thing to put a whole lot of other stuff into that talent. The talent to me is just like a tree. Now, how well it's just like you planting something. How well do you water it? What do you put to it? That tree will now be something that grows up and then comes out with a lot of other branches. So that's the other branches, and all of those are the things I call the continuity, and are the things I call the goes beyond talent. Because at some point in time, situations will come that the talent you're using at one particular time would not fit into that situation. But if you have been able to water that talent, to nurture it into so many other stuff, then you can be able to see out of that talent the trees that have grown with a lot of other fruits. You will see one that will match up with the situation that come at one point in time. So that makes you flexible enough to fit into that situation. And that is what makes an actor. That's why it is called flexibility. And that is why it is an act, and then plus the ability that gives you the actability for you to be able to sweep into different other roles and play it well without any much of struggle. So that's where it goes beyond talent. How much do you read? How much research do you make? How much of upgrade do you do to yourself at every point in time that amounts to that talent holding on? If you have a talent that is going to last you for 5 years, and then you just pick it up and come into the industry with the 5 years. So after 5 years, what happens to you? You drop it. We all are using the same talent. Every one of us is using the same talent. There is a talent. There is a person carrying the talent. And there is, if you're carrying all of those things and there is no personality to it, that thing is wasted. So with the talent, with the person carrying the talent, then there is the personality attached to it. Now people will look for that personality when every of us stands.